Hi everybody. Today we're talking about inflammation and pain and different pain types because everybody has pain, but how to make an efficient blend, it's better to know what pain actually is. Is it the same thing as inflammation? When to use what? When is a hot compress more appropriate than cold one? These are the little things that we sometimes don't know if we are not from the medical profession. So we were hoping that with this lesson, we would clear some things up for you and help you make more efficient blends for you and your family and your clients. So I will take the rosemary oils that she was talking about and build from there. And I first wanted to show you the difference between these chemotypes, because we talked a lot about chemotypes, and sometimes it's very important and that we use a different chemotype because their chemistry is very different and so is their properties. But in this case, actually, you can use all of these chemotypes for pain. So just to clear that up, right into search rosemary and let's compare them. So I will choose the camphor chemotype, the verbenone chemotype, the alpha pinene, and the cinnamon. These are the 4 chemotypes we have, and let's compare them. I would like you to do this on your own so that you can be sure of what we're talking about. So let's look at these different chemotypes, and these are the properties of the essential oils, as we know, and Maria went over them with you. But I'm curious about the chemical components. So let's see the differences between the chemotypes. They are different, but still all of them include, for example, as Maria mentioned, alpha pinene at a pretty useful percentage. So what I wanted to show you is just go and check for alpha pinene and see what tests are done on it and references we have, because this can tell you a little bit more about the chemical component, not only that it's anti-inflammatory, but do check out if there's more information on the article, what it was actually tested for. So this one, as you see, it tells you on which type of pain and that it was tested on mice, which is quite different than from humans. Here you can also see what mechanism it worked on, a little bit more information there if that's something that that you can work with. So just to explore a little bit deeper and to see the similarities and differences between chemotypes, so which one would be the best choice for you, for your type of pain or inflammation in this case. You can do that all by yourself, and what I wanted to show you is looking at a single essential oil and how that helps me when I work with a client or with a company who has asked me to blend something for them. I get a lot of those questions to explain the rationale behind my choices and to just give firm grounds and sense and quality to the blend. So this is how I would go about. I would, for example, take a look at rosemary essential oil, and if it was a client with pain issues, I would say, well, traditionally we use rosemary for pain, and let's look at some of the references for that. So here I would click on pain. I would say see, pain, they use it usually for nerve pain, for muscle pain, joint pain, for all kinds of pain, also menstrual cramps, for example, leg cramps. See, we can get really specific, and that can just bring a little bit of more professional approach to my explanation and explain why I chose rosemary oil for pain, because it has a long tradition of using it for pain. Next step is I would say, okay, so this is traditional use, but we also have a lot of research done on it, on inflammatory properties and on antinociceptive action as well as spasmolytic, and it's a great smooth muscle relaxant, so this would be an excellent choice for different kinds of pain and inflammation. Then I can, if I'm writing a review, for example, I would just copy the reference I could also, again, show the articles to my clients. When I work with pharmacists, they love to see a lot of articles. It just gives that more professional look and brings value to my choices and to my blend. So after that, if you need to go further, then you would go to chemistry and you would say not only that, but also we have a lot of chemical components that support that anti-inflammatory effect, and these are the ones that we found in that oil and the references to that. So you can always go deeper and explain. For example, if you have an oil that doesn't have a lot of research done on the essential oil, but you really know that that oil is good for a certain application, then maybe you will find it in the chemical component properties. So see, although here we do not have the analgesic effect, and we know that rosemary is quite well, works quite well with pain, well, then I can go and say, well, although we haven't found research on it, we have quite a lot of chemical components that are found in this essential oil that do have proven analgesic effect, and that definitely contributes something to the essential oil and to your rationale why you chose that oil for that effect. So that is how I use single view of essential oils to explain to my students and my clients and superiors why I chose the oils I did for a certain blend or just a single oil for a certain application. Because before Dropsmith, it took me a lot of time to find all these researches, to put it together, and it was just not easy to present it all. You don't have the books there, you don't have the links that you need. And this is what really inspired me to make Dropsmith, to have it all at one place, whether I'm teaching or talking to a client. It's always just so much easier and more vivid and easier for them to understand why I chose that particular oil or blend. And I hope this will bring value to your work as it did to mine. So thank you for watching, and go ahead and have fun and check it out yourself, and talk to you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.